Hello there, Star Wars fans and collectors, and welcome back to another Star Wars fig review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Black Series Darth Vader from The Empire Strikes Back. This is a figure that was released in 2020, and this was to commemorate the anniversary to The Empire Strikes Back. And as you can see, I actually have two of them, actually. So when I bought this figure back in 2020, I bought it, and he was released in the retro card. You know, this one right here. I opened it, and I decided to buy another one to keep mint on card, and I ordered one, and thankfully the second one came in good condition. And since then I've had this one mint on card, and I have displayed this for 4 years now. And I haven't. So here's the thing: I displayed it on my wall for 4 years. I haven't touched it for 4 years, and only touched it for today's review. That was it. After this review, I'm gonna put it back and leave it there until something else happens. But anyway, speaking of the packaging, let's take a look at the packaging real quick before we take a look at the figure itself. So the packaging is a recreation of the retro Kenner card from the 70s and 80s, and it captures all the specs of the Kenner card backs. And the only difference is that it's bigger, and we also got some other details like the commemoration from the Empire Strikes Back and the Ages 4 Plus on the top right corner. And yeah, it's really about it. And I believe the warning trophy hazard in the front is a Hasbro thing. I don't think it was there when Kenner made the action figures back in the 70s and 80s. But here the front has Darth Vader in this plastic packaging. He comes with two accessories, technically three if you count the cape, but the main accessory is his lightsaber hilt and the red blade. That is a separate accessory that you can either detach or attach to. And if you attach the if you detach the red blade, you can hang the belt. You hang the hilt to the belt, the hook on his belt right here. Yeah, right there. And that goes for the other Vader figures, as well as other Jedi and Sith figures, or most of them have them. Some of them have pegs on their belts, but that's besides the point. And yeah, so the front's the same. Excuse me. The back is pretty much the same too, and you have all the specs on the back. You got the Black Series name on the top right corner. Other figures in the wave include Boba Fett, Snowtrooper, Empire Strikes Back version of Chewbacca, Dagobah Luke, and Darth Vader. This is what I'm reviewing. So right here is, well, the first 10 is in English, and the rest of it are in different languages. And it says, commemorate the 40th anniversary of Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back with the figures from the Black Series, featuring classic design and packaging. Bottom is pretty much the same, and that is really it for your packaging. So let's move this to the side real quick and take a look at Vader himself. So the lightsaber hilt looks great. It has great detailing. It's the same hilt that was released with the other Vaders. And yeah. So articulation that Vader has is a ball joint the head, hinge shoulders, hinge elbows, hinge wrists, ball joint the waist, hinge knees, swivel upper thigh, hinge hips, swivel upper thigh, hinge knees, and hinge ankles. And yeah, detailing is great. They did a great job with the suit. You see all the nice details, wrinkles, and texture to the suit. And let's compare him to the other Vaders. And one more thing, I want to say that the paint application is also great too. It looks just like he wore in the film in terms of the chest box and the belt. Accurate colors, and the short armor looks great too. Great paint, looks accurate to that too. Let's compare him to all the Vaders I have so far. I have pretty much every single version of Vader except for the Duels End Vader from Kenobi and the original Black Series release Vader from 2014 or 2013, around that time. But anyway, let me compare him to the Episode 4 and the Kenobi Vader first, and we'll compare him to the to the Return of the Jedi Vader and the Infinities Vader. So I'm trying to get these guys to stand up. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Okay, Kenobi Vader stand up, and we need Episode 4 Vader stand up. Okay, here we go. So here are the figures side by side. So on my left is the A New Hope Vader. My right is the Kenobi Vader. In the middle, of course, is the Empire Strikes Back Vader. Obviously, in my other review, I mentioned that the A New Hope and Kenobi Vader are the exact same figure, with slightly different modifications. And for the most part, the body is pretty much the same in terms of all the Vaders. The only difference between this one and the other ones are the the chest box, the shoulder armor, and the wrists. Let me show you. So I'm gonna show. I'm just gonna get a close shot of these two, and as you can tell for the episode 4 and Kenobi Vader, he has wrinkles on his gloves. The Empire Strikes Back Vader doesn't have that. The shoulder armor for the episode 4 and Kenobi Vader is slightly bigger, has a slightly different shape compared to the Empire Strikes Back Vader. And besides paint applications, the detailing on the chest box is slightly different, as you can tell with the buttons. And the chest box for the episode 4 and Kenobi Vader is slightly bigger than the Empire Strikes Back Vader. But other than that, the body's the same, and not to mention, and I forgot to mention, but the head sculpts are obviously different. I didn't mention that earlier when comparing, but I thought it was kind of obvious. But just be sure. I figured just compare. I'm sorry, I figured I mentioned the difference between head sculpts, even though it's kind of obvious right there. But yeah, so again, the main difference is really the head sculpt, the chest box, the shoulder armor, and the wrists. But other than that, everything else is pretty much the same from head to toe in terms of the suit. And yeah, but the arms are also the same thing too. I forgot to mention that. My bad. But yeah, so that's really it for the comparison when it comes to the episode 4 Vader and the Empire Strikes Back Vader, and an extent the episode 4 Vader and the Kenobi Vader. So yeah, so there's that. And let's compare them to the Infinities Vader and the Return of the Jedi Vader. So on my left, we have the Return of the Jedi Vader. And on my right, we have the Infinities Vader. Now, one thing to notice is that body is also different for the Return of the Jedi Vader and Empire Strikes Back Vader. So for episode 6, Vader has a smaller shoulder armor compared to this one and the other Vaders that I just compared him to. The chest box is about the same size as the Empire Strikes Back Vader. The belt has different paint applications, even though it's the same thing. The body parts from head to toe, or not head to toe, but from the body part for the suit is pretty much the same. The gloves are the same, or I think they are. Let me just double check. Yeah, they're the same. I would say the Return of the Jedi Vader has a different coat of paint for the gloves. But yeah, that's it. Now, comparing to the Infinities Vader, now here is something that I find interesting. The body for the Infinities Vader is pretty much the same body as the Empire Strikes Back Vader. Or actually, it could be, but actually, yeah, the same body as the Empire Strikes Back Vader. And the only difference, other than the paint application, is the head sculpt. So the head sculpt is actually a re-release, or not re-release, but a reuse of the episode 4 head sculpt, and by extent the Kenobi head sculpt. And they took this head sculpt, put it on this body, and that's what you see here from the Infinities Vader. And yeah, that's really it. So this version of Vader is kind of like a kit bash between this one and the episode 4 and Kenobi Vader. And yeah, it's something I find interesting. And I forgot to mention, but the difference between this Vader and the episode 6 Vader is the removable helmet, where you can take off his helmet. That's its own thing. But yeah, kind of interesting how they would use different body parts for the Infinities Vader. obviously, rather than just taking one Vader and paint him white. But I guess that's okay because you kind of get a variation of that. But yeah, that it's always fun to compare Vaders, especially that he's looking different in every film, and yeah. But anyway, guys, this figure is a 10 out of 10 for me. Great figure to have in your collection, especially if you're a fan of Darth Vader. One of the best Darth Vaders, in my opinion. And even though even though he's pretty much a retool from other Vaders, it's still great to have in your collection. And I hope this review was pretty comprehensible. And yeah, but anyway, with that being said, thank you for watching as always. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell icon, and I will see you in the next video. May the force be with you and have a great rest of your day or night. Bye.